To the Finance Minister Mathias Cormann, less than 24 hours after the government announced a $17.6 billion stimulus package. Mathias Cormann, thank you for your time. It seems like this coronavirus situation gets markedly worse as the days wear on. Is the government prepared to weather this, and for how long?
Well, we have gone into this challenging period in a strong position. We were ahead of the curve in terms of our measures taken at our borders. Indeed, we have a world-class health system which we are currently boosting to ensure that we can deal with the increases in demand that we're expecting over the next few weeks and months. And indeed, we have put out this $17.6 billion economic stimulus plan yesterday to support business, stay in business, support people keep their jobs, and indeed to support the economy. Now, we'll continue to monitor how this situation evolves. We'll continue to monitor the impact on our health system and on the economy, and we'll continue to make judgments as appropriate. But as a result of having done the hard yards over the last 6 years to repair the budget and put ourselves back in a stronger fiscal and economic position, we are in a good position to be able to deal with whatever comes our way. About
$550 billion has been wiped off the ASX since the beginning of the week. It's expected to open down again today in the order of 8 or 9%. Were you worried at all that investors seemed to look through this stimulus package and seemed like they weren't reassured at all?
Well, the stimulus package was not designed to deal with the market. I mean, obviously there's a significant level of uncertainty around the time that this coronavirus will take to work its way through the level of economic impact, and the markets are finding it very difficult to cost the risk. I mean, we are focused on the fundamentals in the economy, on the fundamentals in terms of supporting business, supporting jobs, supporting individual Australians who need particular support. So, in the end, we are very confident that on the other side of all of this, there will be a recovery, there will be a strong recovery, and we are working now to ensure that the recovery is the strongest it possibly can be by providing incentives to business to invest now in their future success, and in particular in their success on the other side of this period. But yes, this is a very significant global public health shock with material economic consequences, and the markets are finding it very difficult to get a handle on where this is going and what the implications are going to be over time. And until such time as that there is more certainty around costing that risk, I think we will see a level of continued volatility, I'm afraid.
Yeah, look, you announced a number of measures yesterday that is designed to get more money circulating in the economy as soon as possible. The $750 payment, also instant asset write-off, the list goes on. What are you doing to make sure that this stimulus stays in our economy as much as possible? Because there is going to be some leakage as people spend this money overseas.
Well, individual Australians are free to spend, their own money the way they see fit. But having said that, this is a time when we all need to pull together, and as the Prime Minister's encourage people to do, and to very much think about Team Australia and consider the patriotic duty to do the right thing to help the Australian economy pull through. So we are expecting, and we do believe that overwhelmingly Australians will be taking advantage of these opportunities domestically here in Australia, and that'll be a good thing.
You're walking a fine line at the moment. It's health and the economy. We've seen other nations shut down mass gathering events. Australia hasn't gone down that path yet. Is it the economic reasons that you have a closer ear to?
No, not at all. We are totally reliant on the expert medical advice from our Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Brendan Murphy, at the Commonwealth level, working together with Chief Medical Officers from all around Australia. And we have acted on their advice consistently. That is why we very early made the decision to take these measures at our borders in relation to China, Iran, South Korea and Italy. We will not be making these decisions on any basis other than the expert medical advice from our Chief Medical Officers.
Just finally, Maurice Payne is in the US at the moment. We saw Peter Dutton there last week. Are there any special provisions for ministers like yourself if you are travelling overseas? Upon return, are you being asked to self-isolate? Are you being asked to dial into meetings rather than attend them in person?
Well, I mean, the same rules that apply to everybody else do apply to us. You know, the US is, I mean, there are no specific measures in relation to the US, but, you know, obviously, you know, if ministers, you know, the same as everybody else, were to have symptoms and you know, submit themselves to a test that returns positive, I mean, the measures are precisely the same for us as for everybody else.
Mathias Cormann, much appreciate your time this morning. Thank you.
Always good to talk to you.